So everybody pay attention. We're going to do the structure first. Then you're going to do it. Then I'm going to correct it. Then you're going to do the corrections, and we're going to work all the way into the final drawing. All right. So I want a beautiful drawing, okay, for the final. All right. A kick-ass drawing. All right. Excuse my French. All right. So what is the first thing we do? We found the boundaries. Boom. We found the axis. See, the axis, I do it with my arm. Less control is more control. If you do it with your fingernails, it's going to be hard because you cannot control everything. You just have to do it in a big gesture. All right. Then we find the middle, more or less, and the banana is going to be a little bit below the middle. All right. So obviously, the pelvic bone is in contrapposto. The pelvic bone is tilted in this direction. You can see it because the straight leg is always going to have a hip higher. All right. And you can see it on the underwear he's wearing. It's tilted in this direction. So I'm going to do the pelvic bone, boom. And then if you look at the shoulders, at the clavicles, you see that the right shoulder is higher than the left shoulder. And you can see the direction of the clavicle, that the thorax is tilted. Okay, so here's the end of the head, okay? So more or less. Boom. In reality, this is more like this. The rib cage is more like this. But I want you to get things simple. So don't worry about it. Just a rectangle will suffice. All right. So here we have a leg, a straight line going towards the center. It's not quite on the center, but going towards the center. And then we have a feet here. The feet, I'm just going to do the direction of the feet. If you look at the bottom of the feet, it's diagonal. This is all I'm doing. It's a note to seeing what direction the feet is. All right. So then the other leg is coming from here. It's coming in this direction. It's right in the middle, a little bit above the middle. I'm going to do a mark for the knee, and then I'm going to just keep going. Here, I'm going to do a mark for the feet, and then I'm going to just do something like this, more or less. All right, so the head is tilted in this direction. All right, then here is the neck. All right, and then this arm you can barely see, so I'm going to make a line, a point a little bit far away from the rib cage, and I'm going to do the arm, and then here a little bit far away from the rib cage, I'm going to make another point. This point, this arm doesn't come from the rib cage, okay? Comes a little bit to the right. And then I'm going to go in this direction, parallel to the rib cage, and here is going to change direction, okay? Around a little bit below the rib cage. Boom, and here is the hand. The hand is like a triangle. Boom. Simple. Piece of cake. So that's what I want you to do. And you have 2 minutes to do that that figure. All right. So on your marks, set and go. 2 minutes. Actually, if it goes slow, maybe. Finish it. Okay, so here we have a line coming in this direction. Boom. This is coming straight up, and then it's opening. Here it's opening because it's guys you have usually have more back muscle. So you see it's opening because of the back muscle. All right. From here, the arm, I'm just going to do a rectangle here, more or less. Yeah, rectangle. And then here another rectangle maybe. All right. I can get rid of the line in the middle. Then I'm going to find here more or less in the middle. I'm going to make a mark a little bit above the middle for the knee, and then I'm going to make here, probably on the axis, a straight line towards the crush here, and then here from this part here of the pelvic bone, I'm going to come here, boom, and from the crush here, I'm going to come here, boom, and here on this line, I'm going to make the calf, maybe, boom, and then here I'm going to come in this direction, and then change it. That's leg, and here I'm going to keep going down. On the back, I'm going to come in this direction and then change direction, and then the feet, boom, boom. All right, and that's about it. Still, there's a straight line from here to here, and then a straight line, well, like a tilted line, boom, and then here, boom. All right, and that's the overall idea. Here, from the axilla, from the armpits, I go down like in the middle of the thorax, or the middle of the rib cage, and I make this line here. All right, and then here, well, we'll get to that later. Maybe we can do the willy. Boom. The willy is important. All right, so finish that up. 2 minutes to finish that. Don't do the shadows. If you're going to do the shadows, don't do the shadows dark. I know the charcoal looks very dark, but I can always come back with the stump and clear them up. That's not your case. In your case, you have to do the shadows pretty light, okay? And then you build the darker shadows dark and the lighter shadow lighter, okay? So don't do the shadows very, very, very dark. So in this case here, this leg is mostly on the shadow. So I know there's a chunk of light here, but I can always take it off with the razor or the chamois. So I don't care too much about the tiny one, little. Yeah. Here on the belly, it has a shadow here too. Boom. So I'm going to make it. Boom. Shadow on the belly. This leg is in shadow all the way to the feet. Boom, 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 boom. Then this part of the body is in shadow. Comes in a little bit here like this. Boom. All right. The abdomen here is in shadow. This part. Boom. All right. This part of the arm is in shadow. Easy. Everything is very easy. The right part of the face is in shadow. There's a shadow here. All right. The arm comes further. Oh, this goes. Yeah, the arm comes further. So sometimes you're gonna have to erase things. All right. Sometimes we get things wrong. So I'm going to erase this part of the arm. I don't care too much about the other arm. And we can do it here. I don't care too much about this hand. All right. This part is in shadow. Boom. The head below here in this part here in this area, all this has a shadow for the projection of the head. Boom. And what else? This part of the feet is in shadow. Maybe here. Boom. This very private part, this part is in shadow. All right. Here. No, this part is in shadow. All right. Maybe here. Yeah. And the eye, I just do like a shadow there. We can get the details later. We don't care too much about the details. So very robotic, very straightforward, very simple. Then it will get complicated, okay? I want to see something like that, simple. Let me get rid of some of these things. All right.